Let's get a quick take on the Downtown Denver Partnership releasing its Center City Housing Report this week. Highlights include Denver's $425,000 average home price, $1,400 average rent for a one-bedroom, and our 2.4% unemployment rate. Patty Calhoun from Westward, is Denver pricing itself out of range of the jobs that it can create?
Well, this is suspicions confirmed if you've tried to hire someone in this town, tried to buy a house in this town, or tried to rent a reasonable apartment in this town. Some people would say the economy is too healthy. It's kind of a good problem until you add in maybe bringing Amazon with 5,000 more people who will raise the price, the salaries, raise the cost of housing, raise rent even higher. And it's interesting, there's kind of a backlash against Amazon coming, and the state is collecting all its bids by the end of the next week.
David Kopel from the Independence Institute and DU Law School. When I saw this report in the headlines, I guess for me, the question is this good news for the suburbs?
Well, the ones that it's good we have suburbs because Denver's so infilled and it's getting more and more expensive. And as we may talk about later, Lakewood's got proposed growth limits. So when you cap the supply, of course, the price is going to go up. On Patty's point, I think it's a bad idea for a state to try to encourage immigration by people who are going to immediately go on welfare. And that's what Amazon is come here and we'll give you millions and millions of dollars of other people's money. Our state constitution forbids it. The Colorado Supreme Court won't enforce those provisions, but elected officials should still be true to their oath and not give welfare to immigrants, including corporate ones.
Ben Gilt, public affairs consultant, joins us. This sounds like good news for a city. I mean, you don't want the opposite numbers coming out, but how does a city handle news like this?
Well, I think you handle it with caution. You know, it is good news. I've lived in a city that is shrinking as opposed to growing, and it's a much different feel. So it's good to have these problems, but there's no question that the cost of housing is going beyond what people are making in salary. There's also no question that the notion of giving Amazon money to come here is specious at best. They could buy 5 city blocks in downtown Manhattan and build new skyscrapers without needing any subsidy. They certainly don't need it to come here.
Roger Hudson, a former PIO for the Attorney General and founding partner of the Hudson firm, joins us. Thanks for being here. Roger, you look at this news. I guess the other part of me thinking about the suburbs was thinking about the city of Aurora.
Right.
This sounds like good news for Aurora. I
think it is. If you talk to Mayor Hogan, I mean, that's what he's gambling on, right? Because when you hear him talk, he talks about Aurora being, within 10 years, being bigger than Denver. They're building the Gaylord right now. They may bring NASCAR in. They're counting on the fact that they're so close to DIA that I mean, this is great news for him. I don't know how great it is for Denver and actually the suburbs. I live out in Douglas County where we're seeing lots of cheap, quick housing being built. There are homes that are being plopped up in places, not a lot of growth responsibility. So it may look good right now. I don't know what it's going to look like in 10 years. So we may have a problem because we've done so well in creating jobs, just not well-paying jobs in Colorado.